Clank can be one of the hardest hitting characters in Megabonk if you tune his kit with the right components. In this video, we show you one of the best Clank builds we've discovered in Megabonk, so you'll go from embarrassing robot to gunslinging android in no time. We'll cover the most ideal build, including the best weapons to maximize your damage output, the right tomes for creating your glass cannon loadout, and effective items to improve Clank's intrinsic abilities. By the end of this build, Clank will be able to melt mobs and bosses alike, while using Lifesteal to keep himself alive. Clank's starting weapon is the revolver, which fires a volley of 6 bullets at nearby targets. The revolver's damage output is tied to his base damage and critical hits. Clank's intrinsic ability, Crit Happens, increases his critical hit chance by 1% on every level up, making his revolver devastating for damage late in a run. While being able to hold his own early on in a run, working to boost his crit chance and damage will be important for late game survivability, as nearly every aspect of this build is reliant on those two stats. While Clank's starting revolver is great for taking on small mobs, he needs a little bit more help with close range crowd control, so an excellent choice that synergizes with his kit is none other than the katana. It attacks the nearest enemy, and its damage output is tied to critical hits, so having high crit chance makes this weapon essential. Another excellent weapon to have in your kit is the Slutty Rocket. This weapon launches rockets in an arc at enemies far away, hitting targets on the backline that your revolver and katana don't take out first. Similar to the use case of the Slutty Rocket, the lightning staff is another must-have for taking out mobs at a distance. As it gets upgraded, it has a chance to increase in size and bounce off multiple targets, taking out swaths of enemies with one strike. Having these 3 weapons will be key to keeping Clank alive, with his best defense being an overwhelming offense. If the Slutty Rocket and the lightning staff aren't your style, some honorable mentions include the sniper rifle, bananarang, and black hole. All 3 of these weapons can easily do the same job as the other 2 mentioned before, especially when paired with the right tomes. While there are plenty of viable options in terms of tomes, there are a few standouts that should be included in any build intended for long runs. Essential to any deep run Clank builds are cooldown, quantity, and damage, as the overwhelming amount of projectiles you fire is going to be your main defense aside from being your source of damage. The cooldown tome affects the rate at which Clank fires all of his projectiles, so reducing the time between volleys will be helpful early on in the build. The quantity tome increases how many projectiles are fired within a single volley, so having more projectiles means more close range katanas to keep you from getting overwhelmed, more lightning staff strikes to take out multiple batches of mobs at once, and more bullets fired from Clank's revolver to deal heavy crit damage. Your crit damage is multiplied from your base damage, and since Clank will be dealing almost exclusively in critical hits as the kit gets built up, the damage tome is a no-brainer here. Your katana and revolver will benefit the most from this tome, but all your weapons will still be affected. The last tome you pick will depend on what kind of run you want to do. Tier 2 runs and Tier 3 runs without intending to go to the final boss can be cleared with a precision tome. While Clank will already gain 1% crit chance per level, why not speed things along with the boost from the precision tome, as it increases your crit chance by 7% or more each upgrade. The Lifesteal tome is another excellent choice here because the amount of lifesteal you gain is directly related to damage. High crit chance plus high damage equals high lifesteal, making Clank a very happy robot. Lastly, the HP regen tome is great for survivability on tier 3 boss runs, since lifesteal doesn't work during the totem phase of the fight. Most of this will come down to RNG, even with the toggler unlocked in the shop, but here are some standout items that really benefit this build. Starting with the most common low-level items that benefit any build, we have Moldy Cheese, with a 40% chance to apply poison to enemies on hit, Battery, which increases attack speed by 8%, and Gym Sauce, which increases damage by 10%. All of these items complement the applicable tomes with similar perks, expediting the build, and are helpful for melting elites and bosses. As far as rare items goes, the backpack adds +1 to projectile count, which affects all weapons and stacks with the quantity tome. Feathers allows you to jump higher and further, which is crucial to late game survivability via avoiding mobs and boss attacks. Demonic Blade has a 25% chance for a crit to heal you, which is huge for keeping Clank alive with his high crit chance. 2 epic items are invaluable with deep run and boss run builds into tier 2 and tier 3. The mirror reflects any incoming damage back to the attacker, and you gain a short invulnerability, which is handy when you miss time a jump and get caught up in a mob. The scarf causes you to deal 33% more damage while airborne, so when paired with the feathers and grabbing extra jump perks from shrines, you do insane damage from the sky while avoiding mobs below. For legendary items, if you have the opportunity to grab the overpowered lamp, do it. It adds +1 chance to proc on hit effects, so for items like the Demonic Blade that have a 25% chance to heal on crit, it now has a 25% chance to heal on crit twice. This item stacks too, adding even more chances to proc effects. Another good one to grab if you can, the Spicy Meatball, which makes it so attacks have a 25% chance to explode, dealing 65% damage to surrounding enemies. This also synergizes well with the Overpowered Lamp, increasing its chances of proccing the explosion. The strategy with this build is all about high crit, high damage, and tons of projectiles. You can't get hurt if there's no one left to hurt you after all. Start by leveling your revolver or damage tome to help with early mobs, then try to build up your projectile count with either the quantity tome or another weapon. As you charge shrines, work towards increasing your extra jumps as early as possible, as this will keep you out of harm's way as swarms start to become overwhelming later on. Smashing pots, activating difficulty shrines, and grabbing XP gains from shrines will also help expedite the process of getting your build going. Once your build is well established, work toward getting your crit chance up, because critical hits are the foundation of everything Clank does both offensively and defensively. With high projectile count, low cooldown, high crit chance, high damage, all paired with a Demonic Blade or Lifesteal tome, you should be well equipped to keep Clank alive through any of your Tier 2 and Tier 3 Megabonk runs. And that's what we found to be the best build for Clank and Megabonk. For more build guides, how-tos, and various breakdowns, check out our growing wiki guides, and for everything else, check out IGN.